Hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome to That's Pretty Crafty.
That is the show we're doing right now. It's been a hot minute because somebody decided to get hurt.
I mean, you didn't decide, it just sort of happened.
No, I decided it. I was like, you know
It
what
was
would be great
intentional.
right now? It's been since October since I've seen my chiropractor. Let's pinch a nerve.
Oh, that was just the chiropractor then doing like some voodoo bullshit.
Voodoo magic.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey bitch, you haven't been here in a while. Pinch nerve." But at least he didn't pinch it so bad because I shouldn't have to be going back that much longer.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. I love your cup. Are we drinking water?
We
Should
are
we get
drinking water.
vodka? Oh, damn.
I don't know. Maybe.
I did have a shark bowl at Applebee's for dinner tonight, so
Nice.
got a little bit of alcohol in me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, how do we usually start? What have you been crafting on?
Okay, so I've started to do the knitting because I was off for like a week with nothing to do in my house.
Oh,
Um,
that's sad.
because I was supposed to be in Missouri. And then my body was like, "Hey, bitch, you
No.
fuck you, I guess." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll finish up like the section I need to finish on the color Q Afghan."
Yay!
And this is the first time anybody has seen it held up. We haven't even posted it to the Instas yet.
Look at
But here is
that!
section 2,
I love
Electric
it.
Boogaloo. I really do like it too, and the more I like knit with this, the more I love it. Oh, I'm holding it wrong. It's supposed to be that way.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It doesn't matter. You'll figure it out when you put them all
It
together.
doesn't matter. I they have to be turned anyway.
Right.
But so this is section 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nice.
Section 1 is right there. It's been done for months.
That's okay.
And I'm working on section 3 now, and I almost have the first row done of section
Nice.
3. Give me just a second. I'll hold it up. Let me fold this
Ooh, well, yes, because you got to take care of it now that it's done.
as I
Can't
throw it to the
throw.
side.
It's fine.
But so here is the first like part of it.
Nice.
I have one more to go up here before I'll start on the next one.
Cool, cool,
Because I'm
cool.
doing them in rows, so I don't have to cut the yarn as much.
Yeah, good plan.
Because who knows how much I'll have left.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about this kit is that.
Yeah, I'm worried. But that's okay, cause I might, cause I was a weirdo and bought like little baby skeins from Knit Picks.
Okay.
I might have the colors in that, so I don't have to
Ah,
buy more.
okay.
But if I have to buy more, I have to buy more, and that's fine.
That happens.
Yeah. I have been trying to keep the tails kind of short, so when I weave them in, it's a little difficult, but
Yeah.
it's better than having not enough yarn.
Yeah.
So
Do you crochet?
no,
Okay. I didn't
it
think
hurts in
so.
my it hurts in my wrist.
Well, do you have any crochet hooks?
Oh, I have so many crochet hooks.
Because sometimes when you're working, like weaving in short ends, it's
Uh,
easier to use a crochet hook to just pull it through like a stitch at a time instead of trying to thread the needle.
um,
I've been weaving in some short ends lately, and crochet hooks are your friend.
Good to know. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it makes it easier when you're working with like short ends.
Okay, I'll remember that.
So,
Usually
yay, tips and tricks.
I just stick the needle in and then thread it through, and then because the eye
Yeah,
hole for the needle is like really big for this
right.
one, so I'm like, oh, that's easy. So yeah, I've had to redo this line a few times because I keep miscounting.
Numbers are
Um,
hard, man,
it doesn't.
especially when you're friends with Greg and he just
Oh,
always tells you all the numbers he knows.
fucking Greg. But also the fact is like, I've always started this line when I'm tired, so I always
Ah,
miscount, and I'm like, God damn it, because it's pick and 25 and then you cast on 25 or 24,
okay.
and I always cast on 25 after the first 25, and I'm like, damn it.
It happens.
Yeah, so but that's what I'm working on. What are you working on? And then we'll talk about the books we're reading.
Well, I got a couple of things. So I am in lots of games. It's a thing.
Yes, we know.
And one of the
We've
characters,
traded places.
yeah, that's fine. One of the characters is a Swiftie, and she
Of
was having
course
some
they are.
angst, and so I made the
You
friendship
made a-
bracelets. I made so many friendship bracelets just to go with all of the lyrics
When
that correspond with her angst.
when are you going to your own Swifty concert?
Oh, I can't afford that shit. The concerts here in the U.S. are running in the thousands of dollars for a single
Oh, I
seat.
know. Oh, I
Yeah.
know they are. I'm waiting, Danny.
Look, if I manage to somehow like randomly score a book deal and get a really nice what's that first payment called? Whatever.
Oh, like an advancement.
Yeah, if I get a real good advance, then yeah, maybe I'll buy a ticket. But no, for now I'm just gonna make the bracelets that go with
You're
the
gonna go see
character
the
angst,
movie.
and I mean I just put that on in the living room. It's fine.
Oh, is it on that way now
It's on Disney
already?
Plus. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
You guess what song just came in to my playlist right
What
now?
song? Taylor Swift something or other? Nice.
Yes, it's a Taylor Swift song.
Love it.
It is I Knew You Were Trouble.
That's a good one.
I am not a Swiftie. I'm not particularly fond of her stuff, but sometimes this song in particular was the Struggle Bus song while I was in college. I'd
Yeah.
be humming it and my roommate would go, "Are you humming Taylor Swift?" And I'd be like, "Listen."
Some days you just need it. My favorite
Yeah.
version of that one is the one with the goats. That really is
My
my
favorite
favorite.
one is the version with Supernatural that I can never
Oh,
find.
yeah, that one too. That one
Yeah.
is also good. But I am going to take these off because I'm cold down here and I want to pull my sweater down, and I can't do it with all the bracelets on.
Coward.
No, I just cold. And then I have been working on a, a baby sweater. I'm calling it a baby sweater still, but it is not a baby sweater
Hey.
because I am knitting it using Knit Picks Brava Bulky.
I love Knit Picks so much.
Oh, it's fantastic. But I finished the sleeves. Well, I got partway down the sleeve. I got to the part where I was supposed to go to 8 inches. And I looked at it and said, that's really chunky arms.
Yeah.
So I measured around the arms. The pattern is written for a worsted weight.
Oh.
And I measured around the sleeve. And I'm basically getting the 4T size instead of the 18-month size.
Okay, because I'm sitting here looking at
So
this
this
sweater
is
going,
like not
This-
an
that's a
18-month-old
toddler.
size. Yeah, this is toddler size.
that's toddler size.
And I started it so that I could use up yarn that was in my stash, but I'm not going to have enough, so I ordered more.
You don't have enough to finish this
No,
fucking toddler sweater?
Because if it was in worsted, I would have enough. But because it's a bulky, the sweater is so much bigger. So I'm not going to have enough, so I
Danny.
ordered more yarn. So I ordered
Danny.
2 balls from Knit Picks. But I'm going to get it done, and this is for a lovely friend who is...
Whose child won't be able to wear it for several months.
But that's fine, because they're super knitworthy. The whole family is. They are
Oh, okay.
very appreciative of everything. And
Amazing. We love that.
I'm going to send it to them anyway, and they'll just put it away until he's big enough. And he's a big little guy. He's a couple of months ahead in his clothing sizes already, so it'll probably be another year or two at least, but it's fine.
Sorry, I was texting my partner. They were in an accident today, so
Oh no, everyone okay?
they're okay. They're okay. But they've been talking to insurance, and the insurance
Mm.
like, well, it's your fault, and she's like, and they're like, no, it's not. This person literally ran into me.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hate insurance
Suck.
companies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really cute toddler sweater. I was looking at it going, that feels like a grown man could put their arm in there.
Yeah.
When you held it up, not when you had the whole thing, but just the arm, I was like, my
Yeah.
fat arm could fit in there.
Yeah, I could get it up to my elbow, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
So
when I was
funny.
doing the arm, I'm like, this doesn't look right. Because I'd taken it to Knit
Too
Night.
big.
I was like, I feel like I might run out of yarn. And the
Hmm.
consensus was when you run out of yarn on the body, because the body is not knit to length yet, but you start
Yeah.
at the top and you knit the hood, and then you knit the body, and then you knit the sleeves. And
Sure.
everyone at knitting said, no, when you get to the end of the ball of yarn you're on, that was like just under the armpits,
Yeah.
stop, pick up your sleeves, knit your sleeves, and then you can knit the rest of the body. And if you have to have a different color, there's a band that goes all the way around.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you need to get a different color or you get more yarn and
Sure.
it's a different dye lot, that'll be the different dye lot. I'm like, you are very smart. Thank you, knitter
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
So I knit the arms, like I said, to the length that it said. And I said, these are way too chunky. This is too chunky. And I laid the sweater down and measured the chest. I'm like, yeah, I forgot to take that into account. I should have like knit the 6 month size
Yeah.
in terms of stitch count and then knit to the length of the 18 month.
Yeah.
You live, you
Now you know
learn.
for next time.
Exactly.
For the next one you make.
Well, because it's a very cute little pattern. It's called the
Oh, it
latte
is.
coat, and the edging has this like basket weave
Oh,
cabling.
I love
I am such a
that.
cable girl. I love my
I
cables.
haven't done any cables yet, so
I love them. They're very thinky.
I have a cowl like
Hmm.
that is ace colors that I want to pick up, but I'm waiting until I finish this Afghan because I don't want to start another one and then get
Another
and
thing
not
half
finish
done.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And the other thing I've been doing is some dishcloths because I'm trying to
You're
work through my cotton. So we're trying.
yes. I I'm hoping that if I change the rooms around, I can clean out this closet to figure out what's actually in there so I can start planning different projects with what's in there.
Hmm.
And then maybe move my laundry into this closet, make the bigger closet my craft closet so I can see
Ooh.
everything better. The other problem is where the closet is in this room, it's really hard for me to get to anything in it because
Oh,
I have a giant bookshelf that's barely enough space between the two,
right.
and it's just it's not worth it.
Not working for you.
Not worth it.
Gotcha. And yeah, I think that's really my projects. Now I'm coloring in the flowers from my book journal, my reading
What
journal.
you reading?
I am currently in the middle of what's it called?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, I'm still in pain, so you guys are gonna get a lot of
noises.
noises.
Apparently,
I'm
I'm
an old man.
missing a book in my journal.
You're missing a book.
Yeah,
How dare you?
that's fine. I'll figure it out later. But I'm currently reading a book called Anything You Need.
Oh, okay.
It's a cheesy romance because that's what I do. It's a fake dating one because
Ah,
I needed something comfortable. And it's like putting on a big fuzzy sweatshirt to me. Fake dating
that's
romances
fair.
are fuzzy sweatshirts. So
Danny is a Hallmark person.
I not necessarily Hallmark. I have some other interesting
Danny.
choices. I do enjoy Hallmark movies.
And that's fine. I'm not saying that that was a bad thing. I'm just
Yeah.
pointing out that you're more Hallmark than I am.
Well, yeah, more Hallmark than you by a
Yeah, that's
lot.
not. Yeah, that's not saying much. But it. Listen, Hallmark Christmas movies get me because I'll be sitting there and I'll be watching them, and my dad will be like, "What are you watching?" And I'll be like, "It's like a train wreck. I can't look away." There was a day when Hallmark used to do Halloween movies that were terrible. But also real fun to watch. They weren't the Christmassy, oh, they're all romance ones. They were like trying to be spooky, but didn't have the spooky budget. And I miss those days.
Yeah, but
So,
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
just I've been reading a lot lately, and I have
Yeah,
another
me too.
library book that I need to renew because it's due on Friday, and I have not come anywhere close to finishing it.
I finished, and I don't know if we were talking about this book last time. I finished The Reappearance of Rachel Price.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
very good, very good. it took me a little bit to like have it grab me, but I really did enjoy it. I'm probably gonna pick up more by that author because I really enjoyed that one. I then started The Iron Widow. It is more fantasy, and at the moment I am not in the mood for the fantasy.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Um, so I picked up a romance novel
Ooh.
called The Actor and His Secret.
Okay.
And it is very spicy and very gay.
Ooh.
It's about 300 pages. I will say that it needs to go through an editing pass again.
Oh.
Just because I saw things where the wrong words were used. Like they say like I talked when they mean to say like I take.
Oh.
Hi, Danny's mom.
How, Mom?
Oh, that's fun. I like to watch Hallmark movies to see they were made
Oh
in my home
yeah.
city. That makes sense. They
I've
like to film in Canada.
I've recognized hotels,
Oh, really?
which when I say it like that sounds weird, but like the grand ballrooms of stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
go to events and yeah.
Yeah. But this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I finished it in like less than 24 hours, which is fast
Nice.
for me. And then I started and I'm in the middle of Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. She is becoming one of my favorite writers.
I like it.
Um, I'm absolutely loving it. It does make me want to go home, to my hometown, which is weird because I haven't been there
In a
for an
while.
extended amount of time since I graduated from my community college, which it was in 2013.
That's a little
It's fun
while.
to say that looks familiar when you see it and then see why, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is very much giving me morbid curiosity into going home.
Okay.
And I kind of want to write my own story about my hometown, which I've kind of done if you've listened to Storytime with Silas. The first one I wrote was kind of about my hometown,
Yeah.
the hatred for it that the narrator has.
Oh my goodness, this
Um,
year's story time with Silas, total tangent,
I'm
but
so oh,
they're
good
good.
face.
They're
Oh, okay, good.
good.
I haven't written anything for it, and I don't know. Do you still need something, Danny?
I need to count and see how many weeks there are in October, how many
Okay.
Thursdays we have.
Would you like me to look right now while you color?
Yes,
Okay, give me
because
just a second.
I have thought about doing that like a dozen times and just keep forgetting.
There's five.
Oh, so I do need one
The
more story.
Okay. Let me see what I can get for you by the end of the weekend.
Yay!
Um, the last one is the 31st. So it'd be on
Oh,
Halloween, which would be very good.
super spooky. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what I can come up with. My brain has not been letting me write. Last week was supposed to be a writing retreat. Guess what didn't happen? Any
Writing
writing.
retreat. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And currently there are story ideas in my head that I don't want to write into a short story for a podcast
Right.
because I would like to make them into something
Bigger.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I get that.
listen, I the last one I did I pulled out of my ass in like a day and a half. So, let me see what I can do. And it turned out okay.
It did. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad. I'm sure there was a lot of errors in the writing because I did it, like I said, in a day and a half, and I don't think I did much editing to it myself.
Well, I've got um the first one is fully cast.
Beautiful.
The second one, I've still got one role to fill. So if anyone knows anyone, male-ish
Oh,
voice in his 20s with a legitimate British accent of some form,
fuck.
yeah,
Fine.
that's where we get
It
all
won't be
complicated.
me.
But I've got the female role and three other male roles covered, but I need one more.
Okay.
And then I need um, one college age female voice.
Like, oh my god, gag me with a spoon.
DB,
What?
are you going to do that one? You might do that
I,
one.
c- I literally could if that's what you want.
I mean, I don't think she's that Valley girl, but
Yes.
All right, I'm sending that to you.
I'll give you two versions. One with a more normal, like peppy kind of voice, and one that is full on Valley Girl. And you use whatever the fuck one you want.
Excellent. And then the fourth story, I'm still in the process of adapting it
Okay.
because it is so the fellow who does No Return wrote this one.
Yeah. Helios?
Hollis Kier. I don't know what to
Yeah.
call him. I need to actually check and see
That guy.
what he wants as his author credit.
Sure.
But it's a very experimental format, which is cool. But it means that it's taking me a lot more brain power to like rearrange things into an order that's going to work for an audio format. This one works really well on the page.
Do you want somebody to help any at all? Give it a second eyes or something?
I will definitely be sending it for second opinions.
Okay.
But right now I'm feeling good about it. It's just one of those, I just need more hours in the day to sit and play with it. But I think it's going to be quite
Ain't that the truth?
fantastic when it's done. So
I almost wrote a story and then I realized who was going to have to read it. And I went, no, it would have been one of your triggers, Danny. And I stopped myself.
aw.
Because we've talked about it several times and I've come close to inching to that trigger. And I was like, let's not do that.
Well, I appreciate you looking out for me.
Well, it is one of those things that I was like, "Ooh, that would be really interesting," and I went, "I can't do that for story time with Silas because I don't want to be like, Danny, here you go," and then you come at me in the night with a knife and like, you bitch,
I wouldn't come at you with a knife.
with a knitting needle.
Well, maybe that, but no knives. I don't attack with knives. That's very gauche.
Oh my God, you used the word gauche. What is wrong with you?
Have you met me?
Fair enough. Hey Danny, what are we doing today?
We are talking about Scooby-Doo.
We are talking about Scooby-Doo.
And honestly, catching up on other crafts that we're trying to do. Like, I'm coloring in my book garden right now.
I had planned on knitting, but knitting often distracts me in the show, and I may just talk.
And that's okay.
Yeah. So we are talking about Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite things ever. Since I was a wee child. Originally Scooby-Doo aired September 13th, 1969.
Oh, wow.
Scooby-Doo shares the same birthday as my girlfriend.
Cool.
Yeah. Found that out today because Mom was like, when did that come out? And I was like, oh. And she's like, I think it was when I was like a young teen because I was like, Scooby-Doo was my childhood.
Right.
And she's like, mine too. And she's like, well, maybe not. And then I told her and she's like, oh, actually, I was a child when that came out, but I didn't start watching it until I was a young teen.
Okay.
But yeah. So Scooby-Doo. It's had many iterations.
Yup.
You have Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, which is the original. There's the one with Scrappy-Doo, but I don't remember what series he actually entered. Let me look. Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo actually, 1979.
Same year as me. I'm sorry.
So, Scrappy-Doo was actually something that helped Scooby-Doo stay alive, which is very interesting because a lot of people have a huge hatred for Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah.
I find him rather annoying. I'm not a fan of him. But there's also, so you had, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The new Scooby-Doo movies, which is where they'd have like guest appearance like Sonny and Cher or Batman or the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's so I remember seeing the Harlem Globetrotters with Scooby-Doo, and that was just weird.
Yeah. And then you had like the Scooby-Doo movies where you got Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which is amazing. And then you also had things like The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, which had Vincent Price in it, which didn't hold the whole gang. It was just like Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy-Doo, and a character named, was it Riff Raff? No, that can't be right.
Riff
I
Raff
can't remember.
is from
Yeah, hold on.
Rocky Horror.
13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Um, had came out in 1985, and the character's name was Flim Flam.
Flim Flam.
Flim Flam.
I can see where you'd get Riff Raff, though.
Yeah, it's you know. Later, much later, they actually did another movie that was supposed to wrap up what the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo was. It was not good. I was not happy with it. Because they tried to basically say that none of the things that happened in that series actually happened.
Ugh.
And I'm like, but ghosts, but
Like
all of the things.
Dallas, where it was all a dream.
They did do a really good job in casting the character who was voiced by Vincent Price, because at that point Vincent Price was dead. But the guy they got to voice that character sounded just like him, and I was like, that's kind of amazing.
Okay, cool.
Flim Flam was not fun. He may have made Scrappy Doo less annoying because he was more annoying.
All right. We appreciate annoying characters sometimes.
Sometimes. But it was like a fun kind of show.
Okay.
There was the pup named Scooby Doo that came out, which was all about like younger
Young
Scooby and all
Scooby.
that.
Okay.
When did that come out? I'm looking up a bunch of things as we talk.
I love it.
That came out in 1988, which is really weird because like I watched that as a kid in probably the
But
late 90s to early 2000s. So I thought this was new. 'Cause like why would I think it wasn't, you know?
but no, you got the
Um
reruns.
I got the reruns and that's fine. Oh, it lasted until 91. So it lasted until the year I was born.
Okay.
Fucking love Scooby Doo. Makes me so happy. Um, so the the one constant in all of the Scooby Doos is the man who voices Freddy.
Really?
He has voiced Scooby Doo, or he's voiced Freddy, I think, since the beginning. But let me look at this up
Wow.
real quick.
I mean, I have a very distinct memory of that voice.
Yeah, so let's see. His name is Frank Weckler, and he has literally been Scooby forever. Um, oh, but he's not Freddy and Velma. But like, if you look at his like biography of things, you're just
Mhm.
like Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Teen Titans Go, his character is Fred Jones. That is Freddy's name.
Right.
So like,
Okay.
he has also voiced Scooby. When the original actor of Scooby, I think, passed, he was the voice actor of Scooby that took over. Um,
That would be a
Possibly
weird transition.
right. Uh, but yeah, he has played. Oh my gosh, I mean, he was Freddy in the Supernatural special. Like,
That's cool.
see, is he the original? I think he is the original Freddy, but I gotta scoot down his biography because like he's been voice acting since forever.
Right.
Scooch on down.
Scroll,
He's on
scroll,
down.
scroll. Much
He's on
scrolling.
down the road. He has a very long list of like voice acting because that's what he's done, you know?
Right.
He was in Aladdin? The TV series, that makes sense. Oh my god, he was in 84 episodes of it though.
Wow.
Well, he was Abu. So like
Oh,
monkey. 1989. Scooch it on down.
keep on going.
Oh my gosh, there's so much here. Okay, so oh, maybe he's not the original voice of Fred. I thought he was. He's at least one of them.
One of the most frequent Freds.
Yeah, so he actually started in the new Scooby-Doo movies, which was where we got like Harlem Globetrotters and all of that.
Okay.
Who was the original Freddy? Hold up. I thought it was him, but when were you born?
1979.
Not you.
As I just.
10 years after Scooby-Doo launched, you were born.
Yep.
So hold on.
Yes, DB searches for more details, more answers. Scours the IMDb.
Okay, so oh my God. So he was born in 1946.
Okay.
And it says that he is the original voice. Hold on, let me go down here real quick. Yeah, he is. Okay, so he is. I just missed it in his biography. He is the only man that still voices in all of the Scooby-Doos that is still playing that character. Everybody else has been replaced. In fact, Matthew Lillard voices all of Shaggy's stuff now in modern day.
Yep.
Who he played Shaggy in the live action
movie.
because he did it so well.
Yeah.
So well that whenever, they needed to start replacing people as characters, they were like, okay, you did great. I have issues with some of the people who are voicing the characters now just because they don't sound like them as much, and that just is what it is. You don't always get what you need.
It's gonna happen.
Right. The guy who originally voiced Shaggy died in 2014 and he was 82.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, by that point, he probably didn't sound a whole lot like Shaggy anymore.
No, definitely not. But he had been voicing Shaggy basically up until I think he died. Okay. Whoa, he had something come out in 2021.
Huh.
Where he voiced Shaggy then too.
That's cool.
Yeah. But they didn't replace him with Matthew Lillard until after he had passed. Which if you go through his credits, everything is Scooby-Doo related, basically. Makes me so happy.
Yay.
I love Scooby-Doo.
I see what it was. That book didn't actually get finished. It was one that I had to mark as done because I had read it already. And I needed it out of my Kindle.
Fair enough.
That's cool.
Just it makes me so happy. I fucking love Scooby-Doo. I have such a bond. Oh, that's so pretty.
I have so many flowers.
It's so many flowers.
78 flowers.
So the guy who did the live action Scooby-Doo, James Gunn?
Okay.
Was that who it was?
I don't know.
Let's look it up. 2002. Who directed this? Oh no, the writers. James Gunn was one of them.
Okay.
And one of the Barbara, who originally did Scooby-Doo, he also wrote it. Anyway, so you didn't finish. Have you seen it before, Danny? Can I spoil it?
Oh, go ahead and spoil it. I got to the last half hour, but I must have zoned out while I was watching it at lunch because things just weren't making sense anymore. I'm like, what?
Fair enough. So, the story is Scrappy Doo is the bad guy, right? Scrappy Doo, it turns out to be the bad guy in this movie.
I only saw him once peeing on Daphne.
Yes, he doesn't show up again
Oh
until the
gosh.
very end of the movie
Okay.
where we find out that he has a robot version of Mr. Bean and he's actually controlling him. You really need to finish this movie because it's
It
just
is
so
so
funny
ridiculous.
and it's
Okay.
so cute.
Okay.
But he is the bad guy. He tries to sacrifice Scooby-Doo to take over the world with monsters, as one does.
As you do. Yes, sure.
As you do. Um but
Okay.
James Gunn actually apologized because there were people that were really mad about the fact that Scrappy Doo was a bad guy. Some
Oh,
of us were like,
of
fuck
course.
yes, fuck Scrappy Doo. But some people actually really like Scrappy Doo and they were not happy that he turned out to be a bad guy and they're like he went, "You know what? I'm real sorry about that." Like I was
Okay.
like, "You know what? That's good.
Well,
You know
good
what?
on him
You a
to
good dude."
apologize like that.
Right, right. Um, Freddie Prince Jr. did not want to do this movie. He didn't think he would do it credit, but his wife, Sarah Jessica Parker, was like, "Hey, honey,
We're gonna do
please."
this.
Yeah. They ruined his hair. His hair was not a wig.
Oh no, that was
He
his
has
hair.
naturally black hair, and they
Yeah,
had to re-dye it like
so
all the
much.
time,
Oh
and it
man,
fried his hair. So shortly after the movie, he
buzzed
just
it.
buzzed it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like, oh, buddy. And I was like, why the fuck didn't we just use a wig? Like, why didn't you just use a wig?
especially
Like,
because it didn't look all that great.
it does. And as the movie goes on, you can tell it gets worse. You're
Yeah,
like, oh, like,
bad,
it's like,
crunchy.
straw. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, that poor man. Um, but it's just such a great movie.
Well, good.
They, they really stuck to like nostalgic Scooby-Doo kind of situations. Like it was very much they have a plan, the plan gets messed up, but somehow they still figure out how to get it done.
Sounds about right.
Um my sister watched this movie and went, "Wait, are Scooby and Shaggy stoners?" And I went, "Where have you
They have
been?
always been
They've
stoners.
always been stoners. What do you mean?"
That's
And
why
she's like,
they're snacking all the
"That's
time,
why they're
and
hungry all the time and Shaggy is a straight post of nothing." Like,
why they act the way they do. Hi, Greg.
hi, Greg. We're talking about my favorite thing, which is Scooby Doo. Um,
Did you play the Scooby Doo D&D one shot? Were you in that one?
I no, I'm
Oh,
so mad about it.
I'm
I
sorry.
wanted to be, but there were like things that had lined up. Um, I've never seen you, but you've seen other things of Scooby Doo, right,
Like
Greg?
the cartoon and stuff,
Like the cartoon from the 60s
and 70s.
and 70s and 80s and 90s, all of them. You should really, if you were a fan of like the original stuff, you should definitely watch the movie. Or any of the like animated movies like Zombie Island or The Witch's Ghost or Stuck in Cyberspace. I was born in 72. I know Scooby Doo. Well, thank God. I was born in 91 and I know Scooby Doo. Um, but yeah, so Scooby has a very special place in my heart.
Yep. We should
Uh,
we should find a way to play that the Scooby Doo D&D again. I have
please.
the Daphne wig because that was the character I played. So I've got an orange Daphne wig with the headband and the neck scarf.
I would 1000% play that. Give me a Scoot Boo and Harlem. Yes! There's already a Scooby Doo Harlem Globetrotter crossover. It's so good. But also the Sonny and Cher ones were some of my favorites as well. That's my mom talking because she likes Sonny and Cher.
Right.
Like, um, so good, so good.
Yep.
Simple Plan did their song for one of the shows, which isn't was always very interesting. Anytime Batman showed up was very funny because you're like, because it's Adam West Batman. It's not any other Batman. It's Adam West, like
Nice.
an Adam West Joker and Penguin. They were always there. It
Um,
was always their fault.
what Sugar Ray was in the movie? Yes,
Sugar Ray in the
in
last movie.
the 2002 movie,
Was he?
the
Hold on.
singing, like they were the band at the beach on Spooky Island.
Oh yes, yes. Sugar Ray was.
Was there like
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that
Sugar
came on
Ray.
while I was eating it, and I'm like, what have I missed? Why is Sugar Ray in this?
Everything. Sugar Ray is there. Yeah, just for shiggles. Um, so Simple Plan did an opening for one of the like newer shows that came out when I was in either middle school or high school.
Okay.
I think that was What's New Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo and the Gilligan's Island ended up having a cart. I don't think Gilligan's Island did. Maybe.
I don't remember that, but
I know Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby Doo did, which was very interesting. You have to remember that I have not seen some of the shows we're talking about since I was little.
right, yeah.
Uh, hold on.
The cartoon Harlem Globetrotters went to Gilligan's Island. Oh wow,
That's hilarious.
there was some wild stuff in cartoons when we were kids.
There was. There was. And even when I was a kid, like we had some the 90s slash early 2000s were like, let's scare your children again. Because the other thing that and Cartoon Network came out more recently about this, they did like during Halloween one year, they basically did a Blair Witch Project slash Scooby Doo like commercials between things.
Mm-hmm.
And Cartoon Network came out with, I think we traumatized you guys.
Sorry.
Because like I remember it being like I was like it was actually kind of scary, and I was like, I'm a little kid at that point, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, not sorry.
sorry, not sorry. But no, I would 1000% play in the Scooby Doo D&D game. I didn't get a chance to do it before. I would like to do it if somebody wants to run it, because I have emotions.
We'll have to see what we can do. But it was a fun game.
I'm sure it was.
And it
like
felt like an episode.
That's amazing. I guess while we're talking about Scooby Doo and nostalgia, I have to show off my boy.
Yes, you do.
So this is my childhood stuffed animal of Scooby Doo. Danny got to hear me cry about him.
Aw.
He's beaten to hell. I
He's
need to
well
like
loved, is what it is.
I need to like I don't know what I could do to fix this, but you know.
Get a piece of fleece and stitch it in place. Just pull your fleece.
He's like covered in my hair, probably from when I was younger, because it's just stuck in him. He was this was the like stuffed animal I carried around forever. I got him at Silver Dollar City. When we moved up to Ohio, my dad brought a whole bunch of things with him, and Scooby was one of them. I thought that he got thrown away. I'm gonna cry again.
Because it's just awesome having, like, your childhood toys.
He's my boy.
I have
He
my
was
baby bear
always my favorite.
upstairs. What did the...
Um,
I'll try to remember to bring the bear down at some point to show you the difference between the size of our childhood toys.
yeah. This guy used to be like just a little bit smaller than me. Now he is a lot smaller than me. But my dad restuffed him because I also used to sleep on him and all of his stuffing
Aw.
fell out. he had little beans in him, so he wasn't like one of those like, oh, super soft and ready to cuddle with one.
Right.
No, 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 no. He was probably supposed to sit in the corner of a child's room and not get played with or whatever.
And
Uh,
Levy said, fuck that.
fuck that. He's my sleeping buddy.
He's my boy. Love it.
Oh, I'm crying.
Oh,
Oh, I love him so much.
yay.
Yeah, I'm so glad to still have him.
Oh, for sure.
God, I'm emotional.
It's okay.
I don't know how you put up with me, Danny.
Because I am also emotional at times. It's cool.
Ugh. But yeah, so this is my childhood boy. He does not have his collar thing anymore. I have looked him up. They call him a retro Scooby, and I go, how dare you? How dare you?
Now you know how we feel.
How dare you? He's my boy. I think you can still buy him online. I don't think he's like a collector's item or anything. Yeah. I'm gonna. I got a piece of stuffing in my throat.
That's always a problem. I need to finish making more kobolds. Crap.
Oh my god, I
Just
gotta.
thinking of stuffing.
Okay, are you? Is this you? Is this you, buddy? No, this is not you, buddy. It's a pretty good Scooby though, but that is not you. I'm currently looking him up right now because I love him so much. Is this you, buddy?
Yes,
Kind of looks like you. That's not you, buddy. No, that's not you, buddy.
Well, yay.
This one kind of looks like you. Why does it not have a collar though? Is this you? Oh my god, I want so much money for you, buddy.
How much money do they want?
That's not you, buddy. They want $333 for the Scooby.
Wow, that's a lot of monies.
It's not even a right Scooby.
Such problem.
Much problem. That's not you either.
I gotta say, I definitely prefer the cartoon Scooby-Doo to the live action.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like,
It's really hard to get... Like, they did as good a job as they could have with CGI, but...
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, no. It never will be. Honestly, I would just want everybody to know. If you ever get me as, like, a Secret Santa, all you have to do is either get me something Scream related or something Scooby-Doo related. Preferably both.
Scooby with a Scream mask on.
I want to get an art piece commissioned that is Shaggy, cartoon Shaggy, with like holding the Scream mask over part of his face, because Matthew Lillard is both, right. And I think that would be so funny.
Yeah.
But I just haven't figured out who I'd want to commission to do something like that.
Yeah.
No, you're not that rare, buddy.
Casey
you want to know why I know that?
That's why I know that voice.
Yeah. Yeah. The original voice of Shaggy. Yeah.
Man,
and
Casey
he passed
Kasem was everywhere.
He passed in 2014. And that's when Matthew Lillard took over, which I think was a really good choice, especially when you had the live action and he did such a good job in that he can do the voice as Shaggy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle ever meeting Matthew Lillard. He's in my 2 favorite franchises.
You would just
I would just die.
Screen.
I'd just be like, "Oh, okay, this is me dead now."
Yep.
I don't even know how tall are you? I don't know. Do you think he's like 18 inches? 24?
Oh, no, that's 24 at least.
24 inches. Okay, we're gonna look you up better, buddy. Try to anyway.
It's hard for me to estimate over the internet.
I know.
He might be closer to 30.
we'll go with... I don't want to put in vintage. Don't say vintage.
But
I couldn't
but
handle
vintage.
it. He ain't vintage.
Oh, I did not know about the falling out that Greg is talking about there.
Hold on. He had a temporary falling out from the franchise too when Casey became a vegetarian. He had issues with some of the Scooby snack things or... Oh, interesting. I didn't know that either. Hmm. Why can't I find you, buddy? I found you a long time ago because I looked you up. This is what happens when you get something at an amusement park and you're like, okay, can I find another?
Okay.
I read something about it a few weeks ago. It was interesting. If you find that again, can you send it to me? Also, I'm gonna go ahead and just block this person.
Yep. If who finds what again? What? Huh?
Oh, if Greg finds that article
Ah.
again, can you send it to me? Sorry. I saw that thing pop up and I don't want them timed out. I don't want them to be here ever again.
Yep.
We don't like the spammy spams. Guys, I'm having a hard time.
Oh.
I know, I saw you. Oh my god, that's a Scooby-Doo that's also a vampire.
Ah, there. I'm seeing something on Reddit that Casey Kasem went on strike for 2 years because he was a vegan and wouldn't do a Burger King ad.
Oh, that makes sense.
He returned when the showrunners made Shaggy vegan. It lasted for 20 years and nobody noticed.
Well, you know what? That's okay. Shaggy was vegan even in the live action. They talk about eggplant sandwiches and not like meat sandwiches or anything like that.
Well, that would make sense if it was 20 years, and 20 years before would have been like 94, so.
Yeah. That's funny. Huh. I love that. I don't know if Shaggy is still a vegan, but he can be. You do you, boo.
Yeah.
How dare you? Fuck.
Fun times. There's a subreddit for Scooby Doo.
I am not surprised.
I'm not either. There's a subreddit for everything. But fun things like Shaggy's first name is Norval.
Yep. Yeah.
And Daphne's middle name is Anne.
Mm-hmm.
Things that
There's
I don't
also a Twitter account that's all about like what happened on this day in Scooby Doo. I follow them. It makes me very happy.
Nice. Huh. Apparently Scooby Doo's name comes from the Frank Sinatra song Strangers in the Night.
I didn't know that.
Where,
That's amazing.
At the end of the song, he sings the nonsense phrase "dooby dooby doo," and Fred Silverman misheard it as Scooby Dooby Doo and thought it would be a good name.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Well, I can't find any more of the Scoobies like my Scooby. Is this like my Scooby? It is not. Como. Wait, is it? Hold up. How's your face? Nope, not like you. My boy. I love him so much. How about Scooby-Doo fanfiction? LOL. I've not read it.
I don't to look for that.
I don't want to know. I'm sure Rule 34 gets real gross with Scooby-Doo. I'm glad you did contribute to the Scooby-Doo knowledge, Greg. I appreciate it. Yeah. like I said, it's one of my favorite franchises. I think it probably made me want to write mysteries and horror novels because of just what Scooby Doo was in in my youth.
Yeah.
In my youth, um, makes me super happy.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry over this fucking stuffed animal again.
I love it though.
He's my boy.
He's your boy.
I I don't have a lot of Scooby Doo like things. I'm pretty sure I did when I was growing up, but I don't have any of that now because I'm 32. I do have a like Hot Topic exclusive pop figure of Scooby Doo.
Okay.
He is my boy. I always wanted a Great Dane. My mom told me no because I eat too much.
Okay.
My mom, who is also a huge Scooby Doo fan, hates. Well, she hated Scrappy Doo, but she also was not a fan of Zombie Island because she's like, Scooby Doo would not chase after cats. I went, he's a dog, Mom. She's like, I don't care.
Kind of what they do.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. He would not chase after cats. And I'm like, okay, Mom. Okay, Mom. It looks like there was Scooby / Gilligan's Island crossover. Oh, okay. Like I said, some of these I haven't watched since Baby Deebles.
Baby Deebles.
Because one, they're very hard to find now. Like, unless you have some sort of subscription to like Boomerang, they're really hard to find. But gosh dang it, I would probably go back in a heartbeat. That's what we need, Danny. Just a crafting Scooby-Doo marathon.
Okay.
Watch everything from 1960 to today. No, because even I've fallen behind. Have you heard the theory?
What theory?
There is a theory that so some of the things in Scooby-Doo are it's a man in a mask, right? But some of them are like actual paranormal things. Scooby-Doo has this like weird timeline theory where they're parallel timelines. But what caused the one to have actual supernatural stuff is the crossover that's with Supernatural. That caused all of the Supernatural timeline stuff to become the like part of a different timeline. It is the craziest like fucking theory ever.
The crossover with Supernatural,
the TV show. Even though like it shouldn't have been able to do that because it was
so many years difference.
But they crossed over into one of the original Scooby-Doo episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you the theory. It's fun.
That's wild.
Matt Pat has a really good one about it, so...
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's a whole thing, because there were like a lot of the TV shows are, oh, hey, it's a man in a mask. He's doing this. But then you get the movies that are like, no, there's actually a fucking ghost. No, there's actual fucking zombies. And everybody's like,
okay.
Crazy ass universe theories are the best, right?
Yeah. Crossovers are so wild.
So the Supernatural and Scooby-Doo crossover was fucking bonkers. It came out after I stopped watching Supernatural, but I fucking watched that episode. And Mom and I are watching it together. And, you know, Sam and Dean get put into Scooby-Doo's world. Mm-hmm. The voice actors are not the same because most of them are dead. Right. But they tried to do it from that episode. And Mom and I are watching this, and Dean's like, hey, Daphne, why don't you and I, like...
Of course.
Go off together. She's like, oh, Dean, you know that boys and girls don't sleep together. It's so funny.
I love that.
It's the funniest line from that whole episode.
Aww.
Oh. lot of people say it's like the first episode that they jump into, but it's like, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
I looked it up. I was like, it's not. I was like, that's not the first episode of Scooby-Doo, you bitch.
Okay.
I'm a nut.
No, it's fine. I love it.
I'm a nut. I'm surprised I don't have a Scooby-Doo tattoo.
Yeah? I could see you having one.
If I do get one, it's gonna be on my leg, because that's like gonna be like where I do like pant leg kind of thing. I think I've been thinking about getting like the SD kind of like initials, just a small thing. But it's easier to I don't have to just go, here is my Scooby-Doo tattoo.
Right.
Like this one is hard enough to explain with the dice.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's so cute.
it is so cute. Not a lot of people like pay attention to it, and I'm like, though it's a lot bigger than I expected it to be.
Yep.
But yeah.
Now I have the Scooby-Doo theme song in my head.
Which one? The original?
The one from when I was a kid. So yeah.
Yeah. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Yeah. Ugh.
Good times. Good times.
I need a nap. I'm emotional and I need a nap.
Well, before we take a nap, hey, we got a Greg here.
We have a Greg here. What are we talking? Why?
We need suggestions for next week's topic, or next episode's topic.
Yeah, Greg, tell us what you want us to talk about.
We've been mostly book themed this year, but we don't have to stay book themed.
Except for today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done a lot of books, and then we had Scooby-Doo today.
And that's
cool.
Did
we do all these Scooby-Doo projects? No. Does that mean we'll return to Scooby-Doo? Yes.
Yes.
There's so much to talk about when it comes to Scooby-Doo. There is fucking years worth to talk about.
Twin Peaks.
Oh. Okay. Wait, which Twin Peaks? We've already talked about Firefly.
We made Jane hats. That's how DB learned to knit.
Resident Alien is very good. I would also
I'm only partway through the first season on that.
That's okay. We don't have to talk about anything but the first season.
That's true.
I'd go back and rewatch. I'm down for Twin Peaks. I'm down for Resident Alien. I'm down for just about fucking anything. The 80s to TP. The 80s TP. Well, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. What's that stand for?
Let's talk about MTV. The Showtime TP is ass. I don't know what that is. What the hell is TP?
Oh, Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks. So, the original 80s Twin Peaks.
It was the 80s? I thought it was the 90s.
I don't know.
TP, Twin Peaks. Got it. Okay, let me look this up. I want to see if Greg is wrong. I started watching the expansion. 1990, baby. 1990.
Which is baby. Pretty close to
1990, baby.
Okay, so next question, Greg. We're making you do all of our work for us.
Hell yeah. What?
If we do Twin Peaks, what project do we do for that? Because it's been a while since we've had a themed project. We've been doing lots of catching up.
It's true. It's true.
Too bad you don't crochet.
It hurts my hand.
Because I found a pattern for a log pillow. Because there's the log lady.
Yeah.
We can make log pillows.
I do love the log lady. Blackjack mess. No, the blackjack scene makes me uncomfortable.
I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back and review a lot. Because I've only watched it once, and it was a while ago.
I watched it when everybody was like, the Twin Peaks is back. And I went, what the fuck is that? So I went back and watched the original. And yeah, it is interesting.
Do you have log colored fabric? Like brown fleece or something?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Listen, Send me the log pattern. I will try to crochet log pattern. Maybe this is the day we teach Deebles how to crochet,
Okay.
and maybe not hold the crochet needle so hard it hurts.
Fire walk with me poetry. Oh no. No, we don't do poetry here.
No.
Oh gosh. Just thinking about that. Yeah, I want to make logs. We'll make log pillows.
Let's make logs, and then maybe if I learn how to crochet this way, I'll be able to make the
Amigurumi?
anagurumi. Thank you. Plushy things that I have books for that I don't know how to use. Send me the log pattern too, please. Your mom is the
Okay.
sweet one. We'll make backwards dancing and talking. That was such a weird, because like the way they did that was they were actually talking backwards and then they like replayed that part backwards. Like that's how they did
That's
it.
so wild.
That's why it's not like it doesn't sound right,
Because it's not
because
right.
they're already saying the words backwards and then they're replaying that backwards.
Well,
And it's
we'll
like,
save that discussion for next week or next episode.
it's so weird.
It's so wild.
So weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like it's kind of not like, I didn't think Twins okay, we'll talk
About that next time.
Because like I could go on to a whole rant about Twin Peaks.
Yep.
I will say, what's his face? The main FBI dude. What is his name? Sorry, I gotta look him up. Because I will forget. I'm tired, so weird fucking voices
Cooper.
are coming out at me.
Yes.
Shut up.
Cooper.
Yeah, Dale Cooper. Kyle MacLachlan.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
He's pretty
He
fantastic.
Is amazing. He was in the new Fallout show. He is so good in it. I didn't know he was in that show until he started posting things to his like TikTok and Instagram going, why am I here at this premiere? And I was like, okay, Kyle MacLachlan, why are you here? And then I went, oh, that's why you're in it.
Yes. There we go. Love it.
And The Doors.
Huh.
He was in Showgirls and The Doors. I've never seen Showgirls and I've never seen The Doors. I have seen, he pops up out of nowhere. He was also in Joe versus Carol, which is about like Joe Exotic versus Carol Baskin. He plays Carol Baskin's husband, and I'm like, what are you doing here, sir? What are we doing
What's
right
good here?
I really appreciate that show because every single animal except for one cat, and not like a big cat, but like a regular sized cat, is all CGI animals.
Ah.
Yeah. Because they're trying, they don't want to have, like, well,
because it's not
actual
good
tigers
to do that to poor animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Also not good for the people around them, often.
No, definitely not. So it's a very interesting show. Also, if you want to watch something that's about like the Tiger King bullshit, I suggest that dramatized show. If you don't want to watch like the documentary had its hooks in me and I couldn't look away. Could not look away.
I did not watch a lot of Tiger King. Jim watched it, and so I watched it sometimes when I was around when he was watching it.
I watched all of it.
But that was, back during pandemic time, and he was working from home, and I still had to go in, so...
Yeah, that's true.
That
that's
made things
true.
more challenging.
I watched so much of that and so much of Hamilton. Hamilton was just on most of the time because I was like, this makes me feel better, I guess.
It makes me feel...
Thank you, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I needed this. Thanks, Disney, I guess.
Yeah. I want them to do that with more musicals, please. Disney, please.
That
give me more
high
musicals.
quality of it, yes.
Give
I
me
do too.
more high production musicals.
I would love to see that for Beetlejuice. Because I think that show would be just gorgeous from that kind of perspective. I want to see it. I think that's my only one right now. But I want those like not behind the scenes, but from the stage quality shows.
Yeah.
Because listen, one, not all of us like to go to the theater.
Not all of us
The
can get
theater.
to the theater.
The I live in an area that it's easier to get to like high performance ones because I don't give a fuck, I'll say it. Playhouse Square is like right there. It's like a half-hour drive to get there.
Nice.
Tickets sometimes pretty cheap for
Okay.
decent seats because it's not New York.
Yeah.
But the last show I saw at there was Six,
Okay.
and Six was I was not expecting to like it as much. I love the music from it, but
Awesome.
I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, and then it starts and you're like, oh, I have chills.
Nice.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I
So
need
many
more
people
good
in one place is icky. That's true.
musicals. Waitress was a really good musical
I've heard
film.
that. I've only I've listened to one song from that show and I've never seen any of it.
Was it She Used to Be Mine?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's
Because
the
that's the
one.
big one.
No, hold on. Let me look it up. It's I can never remember what it's called, but he's basically stalking her.
Oh, we are. I love you means you're never ever ever getting rid of me.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I just feel I really like that song and I shouldn't because it's so
I love
creepy.
almost everything from that show, and yeah, I went to see it in the movie theater when
Oh,
the movie musical came out, and may have cried in the theater. It's fine. There's no one sitting beside me, but it was so good, and it hit me in all the right places. And
if you get the chance, Heather's was a pretty good one that was taped
yeah, I've
that I
seen
really
that.
liked.
That one's
Yeah.
good.
Um,
I
I they changed some of the songs that I wasn't expecting from
Okay.
like the album that I had listened to, but it was really really good.
The it was released in the '90s, a version of Cats, but like
Yes.
the stage version
Oh,
of Cats was fucking amazing.
I had that as a child. It was my favorite. I used to watch it all the
I
time.
have it on DVD.
Um, I have
It
it
is
on
amazing.
VHS somewhere.
Nice.
Like, yeah. Cats was one of my I believe my grandmother's favorites from my dad's side.
Gotcha.
So they showed it on TV originally,
Hmm.
which is how like I think I originally watched it was on
On
TV
PBS, probably.
probably, and I absolutely loved it and my parents bought the VHS for me and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think a lot of people have a connection with that version of Cats.
Yes. The new one?
No other version. What?
The new
Oh,
one?
I've not watched it. I refuse. For one thing, I can't believe they would do that when the costuming for Cats is so fucking good.
Right. Don't CGI people into cats. Do the costumes, because that is just
It
what makes it.
You know what it reminds me of though? It reminds me of what we do in the shadows when he can't get the face right and he's just like, it's a cat.
Yeah, it's Renaissance paintings of cats, is what that is. Yep.
Oh, I refuse to watch that movie. I have not watched it. I refuse.
You're not
I
missing anything.
I'm glad because like honestly, with the costuming that they have for the production of Cats, why wouldn't you just do that?
Yeah.
And I get wanting to have better like sets
Except
because
half
Cats
of
is
it,
one set.
half of the joy of cats is the random garbage that they make into stuff.
Sure, it's true.
And
Yeah,
like the
you're not wrong.
transformation of things. And you go on an imagination journey. I did Cats as a musical in high school.
Yeah.
We did, well, a
Oh,
bastardized version of Cats.
fair
And
enough.
I was Mistopheles' assistant. I was a Tatar cat.
Ooh.
So I got to help with magic tricks on stage.
I
And
love it.
then a couple of years ago, I was stage manager for a production locally of Cats. And Cats has just been like a huge thing for me. It's probably one of my favorite musicals. It's a random ass musical that makes no sense at all, but I love it.
Nope. There,
So,
I mean, it's not supposed to. It's
no.
about like cats, what they do when people aren't
Yeah.
looking. Also, fucking Rum Tum Tugger, favorite fucking cat.
uh,
Rum Tum Tum Tugger, he's a curious cat.
Skimbleshanks was my jam.
I liked the twins. I don't remember their names
Mungo Jerry and
though.
Rumpelteazer.
Thank you. Oh,
Yep.
oh, oh.
Yep.
No, fuck. Now we have to do one about cats. Not
Not
the movie.
the bad one.
The
good
90s.
one. We will do
The
a
90s.
good Cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna have to figure out how to watch it.
I can help you with that.
I appreciate you so much.
I know where to find the things and direct you to the things and buy the things for you.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
I think this is what we're calling it. I'm an
I think
EP
it is.
girl. You're an EP girl. I've
Yes.
cried twice tonight
We need
already.
we need naps. Naps and snacks.
Naps and not sitting in this chair because my ass is hurting.
Gotcha. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us while we talked
Cried about Scooby-Doo.
And I did some knitting and I did some coloring.
I'm so glad one of us did. My knitting set right there because I did a lot of talking.
It's wild how many flowers there are colored in on this page.
How many books have you read, Danny?
This is 78. Now, a couple of them, it turns out, were novellas
That's fair.
that I didn't realize were novellas because I have a lot of electronic books in my TBR pile. Like, I
Fair
have
enough.
a lot that I got.
Dawn, nice to
years
see you
ago.
too, Danny's mom. Hell yeah. Letting you
Yeah.
hand out with us? Yeah,
Yep.
sure. Hand out. I'll take your money now, Greg.
Yes. All right. Well, it's been fun, folks, and we will be back.
She's
talked about
hold
that.
On.
Okay.
Hold on.
Read it for the folks who don't get the chat later.
Okay. Greg said, "Oh, hi, Danny's mom. Do you want me to unleash a stream of obscenities again? How dare you? You said some words that even I haven't said on stream.
It
How
was so funny.
dare you?"
My mom keeps talking about it. She was so tickled by it. I love it.
That's Greg.
Gregamus.
Gregamus. It's actually Gregorith. I don't know what came over you guys to start calling you Gregamus. It's Gregorith. And how dare you?
Oh, I think he needs Gregamus and Gregorith and also Gregtifer.
I was sitting in chat for that episode.
Yeah, you were.
And I was offended by you saying some of the words you were saying that they would come from me.
Well, the rest of us were having a blast listening to it.
Listen, just because I haven't said them on stream doesn't mean I haven't said them. I could do only that because you weren't here. I was here. I was.
Yeah, but he
just wasn't
couldn't
on
see your
stream.
face, so he couldn't get the death glare. I think we all heard the death glare.
Oh, I'm sure you fucking did.
We could.
I'm sure you fucking did. My eyes did kind of pop, though.
Yeah, Mom was a little shocked to hear those words coming from Greg. It was fantastic.
I didn't say something. I've not said any of those kinds of words on stream before. I don't think I've ever called anybody, not ever, but recently. Especially not on stream.
Okay.
I was just doing the George. No, you weren't. Oh, my face hurt.
That feels like a good
All right.
time to leave it. Our
It
faces
is
are
after I
painful. So.
lectured. That's true, DB.
Well, thank you for coming and hanging out, guys. And we will be back in 2 weeks' time to talk about Twin Peaks and crochet some logs.
We will be back next week for Crits and Knits,
Oh
though,
yeah, we
right?
do have Crits and Knits. It's going to
Are we?
be a knits only episode because we've got someone else out.
Then I'm not coming. No, I'm just kidding. Because I don't need fucking Greg telling people words again.
Greg will just take on the role of DB once more. It's fine. The rest of us had to divide up all of his responsibilities, the numbers, the dad jokes. It was just a lot.
Knits and knits.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, until next time, happy reading and crafting
Bye.
and all that. Bye.